The Washington Commanders might be the hottest team in football right now, mainly because of Jayden Daniels, the running game. We can't really cast aspersions on anybody here, but right now Jayden Daniels is playing very well. He's arguably playing like an MVP candidate. We'll touch on that a little bit later. But 87 of 106, so he's basically completing 82% of his passes for 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Also, second on the team in rushing, 46 carries, 218 yards, and 4 touchdowns, leading the team in touchdowns. So 7 touchdowns, largely only 1 turnover, maybe a couple of fumbles. At the end of the day, this Washington Commanders team is playing very well. And I think that it would be foolish to not give them their flowers, leading the NFC East and coming off a win over the I have called the Cardinals good. I think their defense is suspect, but their offense is good. You shut down Kyler Murray and largely one of the better young wide receivers in the game already in Marvin Harrison Jr. You beat up on the Bengals. I know that people say they barely won. No, they controlled that game. Like Jayden Daniels showed us something special against the Bengals. You take care of business against the Commanders, and all that coming, of course, after your very first loss against the Bucs, who are playing arguably the best football in the entire league right now. So you have all of that, plus you've got a defense that is young, that is opportunistic, and you've got arguably the best running game in the entire NFL with Brian Robinson, who is 66 carries, 307 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Also, Austin Eckler and Jeremy McNichols played very well, added a couple of touchdown runs as well. And this team could be good. And I think that kind of is a shock to some people because it's amazing what you can do when your quarterback takes care of the football. You can run the ball. Oh, and your defense isn't horrible. And the Commanders' defense isn't horrible. We saw that. Bobby Wagner can still get the job done. I know he's like 80 in linebacker years, but doesn't matter. He can still do the damn thing. Also, Frankie Louvu is playing pretty well. You can't cast any dispersions on him. We saw Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne, those guys finally getting to the quarterback, and also Dorrance Armstrong had a couple of sacks, sack and a half, Like, we called it. We said that if this defensive line can get moving and can really help out this offense and the rest of this secondary, this could be a scary team. And we saw it. Again, I want to come back and say that, yes, I know that they took down the Cardinals, who are not necessarily anything special on defense, but again, you got the Bengals, the Giants, and the Cardinals back to back right now after losing to the Bucs to start the season. You're heating up. You are absolutely heating up. You've got a young quarterback that can throw the football. He can run the football. He's running efficient offense for the Commanders right now. Scary Terry is arguably looking the best that he has in his entire career as well. That's another thing people aren't really taking into consideration. 19 catches, 191 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Plus, you did all of this without your starting tight end. You took down the Cardinals without your starting tight end, and he has really yet to be featured, if we're being honest. Like, he really has not gotten a ton of targets. And how do I know he's on my fantasy team? But overall, right now, the Washington Commanders might be the hottest team in football, and we might be just getting started. And I'm excited to see what the rest of the year brings because this could be a pretty good team, at least a playoff team when all things are considered. And this defense continues to heat up. But overall, let us know what you guys think. The Washington Commanders 3-1 on top of the NFC East right now. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.